Okay, so the new embed option that is available in Cyberschool, it's actually supposed to make things easier for you. So before we would have to create a new text box, and it would look something like this. We would create a new text box, and we might use an iframe option here, and that will have to be filled in https docs.google.com/gview question mark URL equals, and we'd have to get the link from the My Explorer Modern, etc. It was a long and tedious process just to display a PDF. So the new option that's available, called the Embed option, just aims to make things easier. Essentially, I'll choose a PDF. Let's do this blank monthly calendar, for example, and you just click the Embed option. So there's three options available. Text box will give you the full iframe code, so it'll copy that to your clipboard and you can just paste that into a text box source area. There's iframe. That'll give you the embed option from the website. So it's not obvious, but what it basically gives you is HTTPS, your domain, / files, user, one, then the file name. It's basically like a full direct link to that file. It can be used to embed, but typically you'll just place this into an iframe URL. I'll show you that in a little bit. And then the Google API is actually what we did before at the start of this video, is the https docs.google. It's just that filled in URL source for you already, and it's actually the same as a text box. So they're all basically the same thing, they're just different uses. So I'll show you text box. Let me just click text box there. And you get this alert that says the embed code has been copied to your clipboard. We jump into our text box, click source, and just paste this right into here. So this is just an iframe that's set to be full width and 500 pixels with scroll bars. Those are the default settings, and we can always click source, double click the iframe, and change this if we need to. Let's say take off scroll bars or make this taller if we want to. It's completely up to you. But generally, this is a pretty decent size, and the scroll bars can take care of any scrolling that needs to happen to view the full PDF. And so naturally, you'll just click Save at the bottom. But first, let me just provide a name. And there we go. We have our PDF showing. So that's the text box option. The other two options are going to be used with an iframe or an iframe widget. So I'll click iframe, and it gives me the source. Let me take an iframe widget. I'll just paste this into here, and you'll see it's actually the direct link to this file. And when I click save, it's the exact same thing, just a different view. And that's the difference between iframe and Google API, is that the Google API just looks different. We have this option to download and print on this standard one here. And let me take that Google API one, for example, and now add in another iframe, paste, and save. Alright, so difference in views, really. But if we actually take a look at this source, docs.google.com, gview, etc., embedded equals true, and then the iframe source itself, it's actually the same thing. And that's what I mean by they're all essentially the same thing, just the usage is different. One's in a text box, two are in an iframe, and those two in the iframe just have different displays. So that's the main difference between these embed options.